commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I'm your host, Jamie Paredes, and joining me as always are my brothers, Bobby and Rudy. Say hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Dude, are you guys pumped as I am? I mean, I am jacked. I'm ready to go.
The whole time, as I'm hearing the gunshots, I'm thinking this is quite the contrast from our last opening song of It's Gary Shelling Show. Like,
yeah,
we
little variety.
You could say that.
We were pretty. We had eclectic tastes when we were kids. We liked them both.
It's one of our favorite shows. I mean, I would put this growing up, like, and I'm not talking like Brady Bunch or what we watched like during AM Live or anything, like, because Different Strokes was even originally before our time, wasn't it? Or
yeah, probably started before our time, but by the time it aired like daily, like every day, that was during our time.
If I'm thinking like our top like 7 o'clock primetime shows would probably be A-Team and Dukes of Hazzard, right?
When we were kids, yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you talked, well, hold on, but if you talked action, the A-Team, you got to put Fall Guy in there.
Yeah.
I would put Fall Guy in there too. Yeah, you're right.
What were we watching, man? I mean, literally, we had to have been 10 tops, maybe 12.
I mean,
Bobby, you maybe like, what do we want? Like, surely we didn't understand what B.A. Baracus and Hannibal were, what it was all about. Like, we didn't understand the storyline clearly, right? I mean,
sure.
It came out in 83, 9 years old. So, yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
I'm 9,
that meant you were 7 and you were 5. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, with Hannibal with that cigar, like that was just cool to me.
It just looked cool. I mean, that van with the
van was cool.
Yeah, I mean,
now you had mentioned the Fall Guy and I had mentioned Dukes of Hazzard. I think even I don't know the years on those, but like those, there was a hot chick in both of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was the Fall Guy more of a Heather Locklear thing?
It was Heather Thomas. I don't think Heather Locklear was.
Oh, my bad.
Was Fall Guy. Yeah,
Heather Thomas and then Daisy Duke, whoever the hell.
Cool because he was what was it? Colt Seaver. I mean, come on, the guy's name was Colt Seaver. He had a badass name. He had a badass job in that he was a stunt man.
Let's not get too deep.
Vehicle.
Let's not get too deep into the Fall Guy because eventually we're gonna use that. We're gonna use that as well. And same with Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah,
let's focus on the A-Team because when I was a kid, I remember because toy-wise, it was obviously Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers or whatever, GoBots really. But I remember these.
See, I thought they were more like I do remember now that you showed. But
I liked it because what I didn't like, they couldn't fit in the van. The figures are too big to fit in the van, so we cut the top out of the van. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, this is coming back to me now.
You cut the top, or did it already did it come off?
No, we used a knife and we cutting through plastic. Mom's good kitchen knife, and we're cutting through it just so we could set the guys in the van. Yeah, I remember that.
Vaguely familiar. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Because we wanted them to we wanted to put the guys in the van, right?
Yeah, because they didn't fit. And they still look stupid with their heads sticking out of the van. I mean, but the van was cool and the figures were cool.
Just couldn't get the figures in there.
Yeah,
so.
they didn't fit inside. So
for some reason,
so you had Mr. T. So again, we're talking 1983. You got Mr. T was B.A. Baracus. You remember what B.A. stood for?
Badass, wasn't it?
Bad attitude, I think.
Oh, bad attitude. That's right.
So then it was B.A. Baracus. Then it was George Papard was
Hannibal.
Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal.
different genre.
Dirk. What was Dirk's name? Dirk something.
Face. That was Face.
Face. Yeah.
Face.
But what was his name? I was trying to come up with the actor's name. Sorry, I don't.
Who's that guy like Cooter in Dukes of Hazzard? He was
Murdoch.
Yeah, he was kind of the goofy one.
Yeah, so it was Murdoch. Templeton.
I like Murdoch.
Face.
Templeton.
Face.
Why does Templeton? I think the guy's name was Dirk Templeton. Hold on.
Somebody pull up the cast or something.
Dirk Benedict.
Yeah,
that was his real name, wasn't it?
Templeton Face. Templeton was the character's name.
No.
His last name was Face?
Templeton Peck was his character's name, and this is from Wikipedia. Templeton Peck, and then his nickname was Face.
Okay,
right, because he was a gorgeous man.
You guys want to know how old he is right now?
Oh God,
I'm gonna guess 73.
I'm gonna guess
68.
82.
Rudy's closer. He's 80 years old.
What?
Born in
can you show us?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Do you have a current picture of him?
He was like 40 years old.
Oh, a current picture? No, I was just reading off of Wikipedia.
That means he was like 40 on the show.
Yeah.
Born in 1945. That makes him 80 years old this year. Born in Helena, Montana. Sorry. So here's a picture of him at the 2011 Luca Comics and Games. Let's see if I can bring this up. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
50 years old.
Wowzer.
Now, while you're doing that, did either of you guys see the movie?
No.
That's why I picked this theme song today, because I spend so much more time scrolling through looking for things to watch than actually watching things.
And guys, this picture of Face here, Face was in 2011. So that was still 14 years ago.
I think the nickname Face takes on a different meaning when we look at this picture.
Yikes.
I think back then it was because he was a fine piece of meat. Now he looks more like he should be on The Walking Dead as one of the zombies. I mean,
oh my man.
Only the face only a mother could love. And that's that guy.
Man.
So Dirk Benedict was the actor, Templeton Peck, and his nickname was Face. Now, what was Murdoch?
My point was I picked it because as I was scrolling through looking for something to watch on one of these nights or whatever, the A-Team movie came up and I've never seen it. And I thought, I'm going to watch it. I want to see it because I love the TV show so much. And now I don't even remember what streaming service it's on, if it's on Prime or what,
right.
But I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
The movie? No.
Nobody's seen the movie? Maybe that'll be our next assignment.
I was going to, I found a picture.
You guys see this picture right here?
Oh, okay. You're finding the exact same stuff I am. So I'm going to go ahead and delete
Can you blow?
So this picture over here, and I apologize.
I don't remember the girl.
This was the A-Team TV review. Oh, that's what I was going to get at. That's what I was going to get to. A-Team TV review of first episodes, 1983. I mean, obviously we know who these guys are. Who was this?
Yeah. So when I was preparing,
she quickly disappears from all the other photos. But apparently, in the first episode, there was a lady of some sort.
She was in the credits, and they showed her, and they must have filmed a lot of material with her because, they had a lot of different clips of her in the credits. But I don't remember her. She obviously didn't make the action. She obviously didn't make the action figure line. If I could get a replica van of that,
damn,
I would trade in every car that I have.
Do you guys remember going? Do you guys remember going to Universal Studios in LA or whatever when we were younger and lifting up the A-Team van? Remember they had lifted it. It was like we have a picture of us like lifting it up.
Yeah,
that would have been good. That would have been good to insert right here.
Wish we had the picture. I didn't think of. Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you plan, guys. You can actually
that along with the Incredible Shrinking Woman telephone. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's good stuff. We had some good vacations.
Great.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
For vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good. Yeah, I think A-Team. That was. Yeah, I can't get over the fact that we watched it, but we had no idea what it was about. Really. I mean, other than they were doing cool stuff, and
that's something else that maybe I could rewatch now and wonder. Like, I mean, honestly, they're not going to be good compared to what we watch, these days.
A lot of times, isn't the memory of them probably better than actually sitting down and watching the shows?
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
But I'd like to go back. Because that's kind of what I'm doing with Cheers, and I'd like to go back. Like, let's see. Yeah, A-Team. Anyway, good stuff. Did you guys do your homework?
I did, but in typical Paredes fashion, I did it at the last minute, so procrastinated.
I got offline with you guys last week, immediately went upstairs, got my notebook, got my notes.
Man, I wish you would have taken school this serious.
I know. Did they have a Tom Hanks class in school? I would have aced it.
All right. Well, let's get into it then.
Do you want to explain what the assignment was, or do we just assume that people who watch the show?
In case you're jumping in this episode and you didn't see last week's, last episode we talked about the great John Candy and the great Tom Hanks, and we just kind of went back and looked at some of their. We did the Mount Rushmore. Remember? But we went and looked at some of their movies and some of their best movies and some of our favorites from those two actors. And at the end of the show, we agreed that we would watch Splash, the 1984. Did I get that right? Yeah, 84 classic Splash, starring Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, and co-starring John Candy and Eugene Levy. So we were going to watch it and then come back here and discuss. So, most people who are intelligent are part of book clubs, where they go and they read a book. We weren't going to do that. So we did something similar, and we're required to watch the movie and come back. And so, what'd you guys think? Initial impressions. Go.
Well, first of all, I was surprised to see. It was a pleasant surprise to see a young Eugene Levy in the in this movie. Pretty good. In every scene that came on, and I think the first one where they're young and they're on that ferry boat or whatever, and I had forgotten all about how the fat older brother would like throw change underneath the women's skirts.
Okay,
and that you'd go pretend to pick it up and go look under their skirts.
Because that was Mom's favorite part. That's all I remember. I remember Mom laughing at that part a lot.
That was
when I was
so
a kid,
funny.
There was just a memory of Mom thinking that was really, really funny.
Really? So you remember Mom thinking that was funny?
I remember Mom laughing, and I mentioned it to her on Sunday, and she started laughing again. She's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Yeah, I remember.
I had forgotten all about the movie. Didn't remember anything about the movie. So I'm kind of going in fresh because other than the fact that I knew that Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah were in it, I forgot John Candy was in it. Didn't know Eugene Levy was in it. And I hadn't seen the movie in 40 years, 45 years. So
well, you had mentioned you had asked our first.
Quick reminder, it's on Disney Plus. Go ahead.
You had asked what were our first impressions, and honestly, I immediately watched it after the last episode. And I went upstairs and I was like, "This is probably going to be again like Cheers. It's going to be probably not be that funny. The effects aren't going to be that good. I mean, whatever." I wouldn't say I was blown away. I was very surprised. It still holds up. It was funny. It wasn't like ridiculous. Like when she's on the floor, like when she was trying to take a bath or whatever, and like it didn't look stupid, which is what you think it would look like.
Yeah,
it was legit, like not bad.
It was cute. The word that kept coming to my mind was cute. I mean, I'm like, this is okay. This is all right. This is not bad. This is a cute movie. I mean, now I did. So I guess we can get into specifics here in a minute. But yeah, I just overall I thought it was a good movie. I mean, pretty formulaic. I mean, you kind of knew, all right, now they're going to go in there and they're going to bust her out, and so. But it was a good movie. It was better. Yeah. It brought back good memories. I don't really remember the movie, but I mean, I'm just like, oh, that was fun. That was a fun watch.
I will go a step further, Rudy, and I will say I was blown away with how well it held up. Like the funny parts were funny still now. And I mean, part of that's John Candy. But
sure.
I tell you, one of my initial impressions was the fact that as it starts out, how they kind of show the flashback of when they were kids or whatever on this ferry, like I mentioned, and it says 20 years ago, and it's like clearly like I guess it would have been the 60s. It'd been the 60s, yeah, sometime in the 60s. And I'm like, holy crap! Like, and I'm thinking 20 years ago now, it's 2005. I'm like. That just like smacked me in the face. Like,
sure, okay. That will always smack me in the face. How old we are now. Yeah. But when they tell you, when I read stuff like, well, Back to the Future now, when he went back, that would be like us going back to like 2010, and I'm like, what? Like I don't know. Stuff like that always gets.
No, I mean, but the funny stuff, and I think I may have actually laughed out loud when John Candy, they were drinking, they were drunk in that bar, and he's like, what does he say? Something about alcohol and the amount, how drunk you are is in direct comparison to your body weight, and so you're not really drunk, you're just too thin. That's hilarious. Like it was.
I have to say though that yes, I started watching it like right after we got done taping our last episode. And so I even texted you guys got to go back and look at your texts. I said, Freddie is the best, or maybe it was the following.
Yeah.
Freddie is the best because I know what it was. I started watching it on a drive to Wichita for work. And so I'm sitting there watching it, and he's throwing the change under the girls' dresses and looking up under that. I just thought this is who John, because when I saw John Candy's name in the credits, I was like, oh, that's clearly going to be John Candy when he was younger. That's going to be him as he gets older. And so he had some of the best lines, and it was just one of the best John Candy movies. I mean, he was hilarious.
I will jump to the scene where Jamie was at in the bar. That did give off a little like, is every man in this bar like a creep? Like we're just so used to watching what we're watching now, and like that behavior isn't really acceptable. People don't do that anymore. But like it was very like every woman in that bar was getting hit on by somebody, and it was just very it was hardcore. Like even the way he was talking to the two ladies that he was with, but then the lady that was getting hit on by the other guy at the bar when Tom Hanks was next to her, it was just very like sleazy feeling. But I think that was just normal back then. Like
I think that was typical for the time. Yeah.
What gave me a creepy, sleazy feeling was the bathtub scene when she's in the bathtub and he's like trying to get her attention, like, hey, open the door or whatever. And she's like, no, everything's fine, and then he like gets all like,
he gets forceful.
Yeah. It's like, open this door. I'm getting really worried and blah, blah, blah. And he starts banging it. Like he's literally knocking the door down. He ends up knocking the door down. And
very rapey. Very rapey.
Yeah. It was very creepy. It was like, Okay.
You guys, interestingly enough, you guys watched it with a different lens than I did. I guess I wasn't really looking at, how well did the movie stand up? What things are different back then than what they are now? And I really didn't even come from that perspective. So that's interesting to hear you guys say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we've already talked about like how they showed like in the throwback, the flashback scene where, the young John Candy's throwing change under the girls' dresses. Go ahead, Bob.
So before we move off of that, did you guys, and maybe you guys picked up on this? I mean, you guys are smart guys. So he's staring into the water, and I couldn't really see what he saw under the water. Apparently, he saw her under the water, right? I mean, when he's on the boat, and he just jumped in, and I'm like, he jumped in. What would possess somebody just to jump in the water? And again, I couldn't really tell whether he could see her or not, but that's I think a callback to Greek mythology, right? I mean, the sirens. I mean, didn't the sirens used to make the
about sailors?
The sailors, they disoriented them, and it caused them to wreck their ships or whatever. So it's sort of like the sirens of the sea. Just really, it was drawing him to the water, because otherwise I'm sitting there going, why is this fool just jumping in the water?
Yeah.
So it was like she was calling to him, and he just felt the need to jump into the water. So I went a little deeper, mythologically there than maybe I needed to. But otherwise I'm sitting there going, why is this kid jumping in the water?
One of the things that kind of was a little silly to me, like, that's kind of ridiculous. So we established the joke of him throwing the change under the girl's skirts and looking up when he was a kid. Well, then fast forward to the wedding scene, and he's still doing it as an adult, which the joke is, funny. He still hasn't grown up. But when you sit there and think about it, the biggest guy here, he's huge, and nobody's going to notice him on all fours. And like none of the women like, hey, what are you doing? Like he's still doing the same tricks he did when he was a kid. So
I like that it showed. Yeah, he hadn't matured at all. He's still that same, incorrigible kid, just in a bigger body. That was funny. You know what I thought too, when she finds his wallet underwater, she goes to the ship, pulls out a map of New York City, and is able to find where he is on the map. Wouldn't paper underwater have
be soaking wet?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, it would have torn, and
it would have torn. Yeah, come on.
There's stuff like that. But I'll also say this is kind of insider info, or I don't know if you guys picked this up, but like, so starting from the original credits, I guess I knew it was a Ron Howard film and a Brian Glazer film.
Grazer.
But was it his first film? I don't know, but
I didn't even know it was a Ron Howard film until I saw his name pop up. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I noticed that right away. Well, then in that wedding scene, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the guests were going into the church and they kept asking him where his wife was or his girlfriend was. Or whatever,
right.
And he was getting mad. One of the guests was Clint Howard, Ron Howard's brother. And he's like in all of like Ron Howard's movies.
I think I had heard that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's in all of his movies. And it interested me to know that it went back all the way to then. He had started putting his brothers in his movies back then. So yeah, that was Clint Howard going in. And,
well, if you guys ever start making movies, please include me. I'd love to be included in every one of your movies that you guys make.
Right. Cause we all know you got made that audition
starring role for Lend Me a Tenor. Yeah.
Right. Which a reoccurring topic on the show. So
absolutely.
I don't need to be in any of Rudy's smut films that he would be making.
Yeah. All right. No notes. I get it.
All right.
Let's keep going.
While we're talking about that, though, while we're talking a little blue here. What
did you guys see in The Office when we're talking about smut? I don't know if it's Disney Plus, but John Candy was looking at a penthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your guys' cover like blurred out a little bit? It was blurred out. You couldn't see the cover. So I don't know if that's a Disney thing, because I couldn't imagine Disney would put the penthouse cover on their movie. But I think because it's on Disney Plus, they blurred it out. I'm wondering if like I rented it at Blockbuster Video.
I don't know.
I didn't look that closely at the magazine. I heard him say, he was proud that his letter had gotten published, but I didn't really look at the magazine.
That seems odd because not everything on Disney Plus is, that
right. But this is the cover of Penthouse. That's kind of like, you know.
I guess. Now they did show her butt when she was walking by the Statue of Liberty or whatever.
Yeah, but her hair, did they show her crack? Like, I mean, the hair covers it.
And every time they showed her front, I kept trying to see, are they going to show her boobs? And, you know, the hair was placed such, and you never saw any sort of nipples or anything like that.
The one thing I remember when we were kids is the bocce balls. When he said, when the security guard says that, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that. I remember it in the movie when I just watched it, but I don't remember that from being a kid. Bocce balls.
Oh yeah, that was like, that was just stuck out in my head. Yeah,
it was funny when I heard him say that. I was like, oh, that's pretty good line. I mean, it was.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh man, I haven't heard that line, and I remember it from that movie. Like,
wow,
I would see it, and I was like, oh, I remember that from.
You remember that line from that movie?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Really?
I remember the scenes. There were several, not all of them, but several of the scenes. And it's just like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, boom. I'm like, I remember this, but I wouldn't have thought about it, ever again in my life. For us watching it. Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
I don't remember that.
The one thing I did not, that did not hold up. I mean, I guess you got to suspend reality to some extent because it's a mermaid,
right?
But when they busted her out and they when two people went in and then they what did they acted like? They said lasers were coming out or something, and they basically like had her body wrapped up in a sheet, but it was actually or they thought it was John Candy or something, you know what I'm talking about, where they kind of the whole rescue, the breakout thing.
They broke her out and they wrapped her in like a white cloth of some sort,
right?
And
but it was
are they trying to lead the cop to believe, or lead the security guard to believe that was John Candy in the thing? Like, clearly it's not John Candy.
I mean, because you have a thin woman,
right,
and a huge John Candy. You're not getting that mixed, and you're probably not being, lifting John Candy up that easy.
But before they go to the next scene, were you guys the same way that I was? You're like, okay, well, 3 of them came out. John Candy's still in there. Freddie's still in there. So I'm like, I wonder how they're going to find Freddie. And then, they go in and they find him up there with a cigar in the mouth, and he's
fishing. It's a perfect way to do it.
Yeah, it was great.
Right.
It was great.
Yeah, I like that. Guys, I'm looking at my notes, and I can't make it. I like shorthanded it, like wrote down little, and I don't know what the hell some of it means. So, anyways, this is why
gravy on the.
But this is why I didn't pass school. Like, I don't know how. I didn't take note. I took notes.
He did the assignment. He wrote notes. He took notes. Just can't read them.
I wrote down the fact that Tom Hanks can't swim, but I don't remember what point I had with that. Like, you guys remember he couldn't swim?
Oh yeah, he can't swim. And when does he?
Because the one guy, because he goes across wherever he was, he went across the lake with that fat guy in the motorboat, and then it dies. He hits it with the hammer and breaks it.
That's
and
right.
Then that fat guy dives out and I'm going to swim to shore, whatever, But I'm like, come on, that guy was big and fat, looked out of shape. That guy wasn't swimming anywhere. That guy is going to die in the water.
Yes.
But it was clear that he couldn't swim. But I don't know why I wrote that down. Like, what made that interesting to me?
But you didn't know that.
Huh. But one thing I do have here. So when she gets on land and he has to go back to work, and she kind of leaves the apartment and she ends up in that department store, but they do a whole like montage, and it reminded me very much of like Elf showing up in Manhattan. They had a little song playing. It was very, very similar. And I started thinking, this is Elf. This is Elf.
The door that spins.
The spinning door.
Yeah.
Yep, the spinning door.
It's funny you mention it, and I didn't think of it like you did, but it briefly crossed my mind. I was like, okay, this is the fish out of water, just like Elf. And I thought, but that was all I thought about it. But I didn't think about, like you guys just said, the spinning door and the walking up to
the shopping spree.
She was at the department store.
Yeah,
she was looking at all kinds of stuff.
It was giving off Elf vibes, and I picked up on that too. Or maybe
It
Elf,
was giving,
obviously was giving off Splash vibes. I don't know.
It was giving Elf for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blew my mind there.
Yeah.
Another thing, so when he just had her pick out a name, he told her to pick out a name, and she picked Madison. And he just made it sound like Madison. That's not a name. I'm like, how is that not a name? What year was this? There was nobody named Madison in 1984.
I don't think so.
When I first heard that was the first thing I thought. I was like, is this the creation of the name Madison? Because you have tons of Madisons now. Like, was this the first time somebody was ever named Madison? Like,
right.
That's insane.
It blew my mind. I'm like, that's not a weird name. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's like, well, sure glad we weren't near 143rd or whatever, you know. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was a funny joke, but yeah.
I was like, yeah, Madison is much more of a common name these days. Yeah.
Also,
you know what name you don't hear much anymore? Alan.
That's true.
That is true, yeah.
That was Tom Hanks's character's name in the movie, Alan.
Or Freddie, for that matter.
I have the ships tides have turned, or how does that go? What's that?
How the tides.
Whatever. Anyway, let's get back to the scene where she's in the tub and Tom Hanks rapily breaks down the door.
Yes.
That's you
special effects with when her gills, or not gills, but the whatever.
Her dorsal fin. Come on, you worked in the dolphin pool at Worlds of Fun. They're dorsal fins.
What are the little lumps? The little lumps called?
Scales.
It's a male plane.
Scales.
No, but they made up until this point, like when she left the apartment, she didn't know how to do anything. She's very she doesn't know anything.
Oh, she knew how to do something, because I picked up on this.
She can wake up in the middle of the night and run a bath. That's what I wrote. I'm like, how does she know how to run a bath? She didn't know how to do anything. She knows this faucet's cold and this one's hot, and that was weird.
And she knew I need to put salt water in it.
Yeah.
She got the Mortons.
She had to have salt.
But this woman,
how would she?
Go ahead. No, you finish.
No, I was just gonna say, how did she see the thing that said Morton? No, she's never seen a Morton salt package, but whatever. I guess it says salt.
So she could, and like going back to when she found his wallet, she could read, but she can't speak.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, what I couldn't get over was how horny this woman appeared to be from the moment she got out of the water. I mean, she doesn't know how to do anything, but she is kissing all over this guy.
Yes.
And I don't blame him for not going back to work. He goes, well, it's 3:00. I got to get back to work. He's like, well, work, nothing really gets started till 4:00 anyway. And so he takes his coat off and comes right back into bed. And I'm like, what world, and what world does this? I mean, obviously you're suspending belief here, but
so it's just now hitting me right now, because the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, why is she's all over this guy? Like, why? I just kept wondering, because that was the other thing. The movie didn't take long to get started. Like, we jumped in. There wasn't a lot of fluff. It's like, boom, here she is, and boom, she's already, she's on land, and here we go. But it just dawned on me that she knew from the beginning that was him that fell into the water 20 years ago.
Yes.
Right.
So she found him, and that's why she's kissing all over him, because she found this kid that fell in the water. Right. He has no idea, but that was something that hit me. I'm like, why is she all over this guy? Like, it doesn't make sense. But that's probably it. She knew it was him from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
She finally found this kid after 20 years. So whatever. Do you have something, Jamie?
I was just trying to find her is it videography, or what's the term for her shows that or movies that she's been in?
Filmography, I think, isn't that right? I mean,
yeah.
So you're trying to find out what other movies Daryl Hannah was in?
Yeah, like basically what happened to her. Like, was this her pinnacle of her? I mean, I assume it was the beginning.
I think she was in some more like sci-fi, or maybe not sci-fi, but dramas. Let's see.
She was in like a Woody Allen.
Somebody take a guess on how old she is.
I didn't look, but she looks pretty old.
68.
Yeah, 64.
I'm going to say.
Oh, sorry. I gave it away.
That one guy. Did you say 64?
Yeah, 64. Sorry,
Okay.
I gave it away. She'll be 65 this year.
Couple other things I want to touch on so I can just stop looking at my notes. One, did you guys know like they had to have a blood test before they could get married? Is that a thing back in the day?
I think it was. Yeah.
Did you have to have a blood test?
Yeah, I guess it was.
What was that for?
I think
to make sure you're not related.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's creepy, but yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, they couldn't get married until they got that blood test.
Okay, she hasn't been in anything like this century, like worth anything, but she was in Grumpy Old Men.
I think that was her.
Yeah.
Legal Eagles. It's like stuff we've heard of in like the 80s and 90s.
Blade Runner in 82, Steel Magnolias in 89. I think Splash was the only thing, we probably would have.
I don't see Steel. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Apparently Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yeah, so this wasn't her first.
Yeah, she was in those Kill Bills.
Grumpy Old Man.
She started acting in 1978, like when we were like.
That's when I was born.
Oh, she was in Roxanne. Was she the love interest?
Yeah, I just watched Roxanne recently. I mean, like last year for the first time. Yeah, Roxanne.
Yeah, these are
the love interest.
So her prime was 80s, 90s, but yeah, after that she really didn't do too much noteworthy. She did a lot. She was very busy.
Apparently, she did an interview with Dan Rather at some point and talked about she had Asperger's.
Asperger's,
sorry.
Huh. Okay.
Interesting.
The
last thing I wrote down about
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Never watched Fraser. No, the last thing I wrote down. Do you guys remember the scene? So Eugene Levy's trying to prove that she's a mermaid or whatever, and he's running through the streets of Manhattan with 2 pails of water.
Yes,
filled to the top. He doesn't spill a drop. Like by the time
he did spill some.
He spilled a little bit, but by the time he got to where he needed to go, those buckets would be empty. Like you're not running in between. But then when he throws it, he doesn't look where he's throwing. He just like they show the cameras on him and he's throwing the bucket and he's not even looking where he's throwing. He's just got the bucket and he sees
the back. He sees the back of what he thinks is her.
Sure. And then when it comes time to throw the water on her, the camera's on him, but you would think he would be like looking where he's throwing.
You would think. I don't remember that. I guess I didn't pay that close of attention.
That gives Ferris Bueller vibes when Principal Rooney goes up to what he thinks is Ferris Bueller and playing the arcade game.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of a
French.
I just remember him in that scene, Rooney, when after he's already been kind of humiliated, then he takes his napkin and throws it in the trash. Do you remember that?
Does he miss on that one?
I think he misses. I don't know. It's funny. But anyways, what were you gonna say about
9 times?
Sorry, I couldn't find that fast enough. We don't get a lot of Edward Rooney references.
I don't remember what I was gonna say in regards to that. Didn't look. Oh, yeah. I think that was a common gag back in the 80s, wasn't it? In movies. I mean, to look at somebody's from behind and assume that they were one person, and then to find out that they were really somebody else. I mean, that seemed like that was a common gag in the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
In movies anyway. I'm still stuck on the fact that I was looking at Daryl Hannah here, and what did I tell you she is? I told you she's 60. She'll be 65 this year. Do you know who she's married to?
No.
I
when you say it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I heard that.
No, I don't know if you guys would know because he's not real. Well, I mean, he is popular, he's famous, but he's old. She's married to Neil Young from Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and he is.
I didn't know that.
He is so Neil Young, Canadian American singer songwriter.
He's got to be 70.
He's going to be 70. No, he's going to be 80 this year.
Wow. I was going to say 78. Yeah.
So he's 79 years old. He's going to be 80. And what did I say she is? She's going to be 65 this year. So he's 15 years older than her.
In Hollywood,
Wow.
I'm sure that's not that.
They got married in 2018, so they've been married 7 years, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, I was still stuck back on that. Even when you guys moved on, I was like, Neil Young, is that the Neil Young? And yes, so she's married to Neil Young.
Interesting. Well,
what else? Anything else? Let's see. I mean, obviously he's faced with the choice. I mean, you know, you come live with me under the water, but you'll never get to see your brother again. Now, for me, that would be an easy choice: hot blonde or my brothers. I'm like, yeah, no, sorry, the show's over without me. No more podcast, guys. I'm gonna go under the water with Daryl McKenna.
But also, I don't know if you're going to be watching football. I don't think you'll be able to get your bets in from underwater. So now, where are we at?
Hot blonde gambling. Yeah, it's a toss up. Yeah,
it's terrible, terrible. But
I'm like, I guess she's gonna protect him. She's gonna take care of him because he can't swim, and I'm like, well, how's he gonna breathe underwater?
Yeah. I don't know. How did it end? Yeah, can he do a fish? Like,
how is he going to go to the bathroom? Does he have to take his pants off to poop? Does he have to crotch to poop? Like,
well, it ends when one of the worst fight scenes, by the way. Did you guys remember the fight scene underwater when the divers are there? And just absolutely one of the worst scenes ever. It was just so cringe because it's like nothing hurts underwater. I mean, you try to put your fist through water. I mean,
am I mistaken, or did they even make that canned punch sound like underwater?
They may have.
I may be thinking of something else.
Guys, I'm starting to draw a blank on the ending. How the hell did this thing end?
He ended up living with her. He made the decision not to go. You know, he dove in because he was like, leave her alone. And the helicopters and everything are, flying over. They're trying to go in after her.
Okay.
He's like, leave her alone. And then all these guys in camo fatigues are coming, rushing him. And he just jumps in the water. And then they go under the water. He kind of blacks out. She kisses him because, again, she can't get enough of this guy. She kisses him on the lips. He comes to, and then the two of them together start fighting what I have to assume are the equivalent of Navy SEALs in the Army, because these guys, again, had Army fatigue. So it was just you guys need to try and talk. Oh, here it is. Here we go. 5 minutes long. I don't know if you want to.
I don't remember the fight scene.
Let me see if I can. You guys talk a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can pull this up.
I mean, it was a week ago, but and I remember them chasing her, and she went home. But
all right, I'm going to fast forward, guys.
Just like, does he keep his clothes or what? Or is he just like, I'm going to take them off? I mean, because he's not going to grow anything from the waist down like a mermaid would.
What if some like sea stuff gets into his wiener hole and gets him
like those brain eating whatever
amoebas
that you get in a lake?
All right,
I mean, they jumped into like the river. They didn't even jump into the ocean.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, go.
Let's do it. Watch this fight. Yeah, it's a Coast Guard.
I remember this. Forward a little bit. I remember that part.
Trying to. All right, here's the fight scene. You ready? Oh, well, we gotta kiss him. Hold on. He's blacked out.
Was he asleep? What?
I don't know.
So does she
Comes
breathe
to.
oxygen?
Are her chi-chis out right now?
That's what I'm saying. All right, now watch this fight scene, guys. Grabs her boob.
Oh, there's her chi-chis.
Oh, yes. Right.
Okay, so
And that's it.
So that's the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it
And the
shows them
credits
later. If the scene were to continue, it shows them swimming off to what looks to be, what was it called? It was
Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis. Okay,
Lost City of Atlantis
so they have a spot.
It did? I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah. And
Maybe
then
I can
the
get
clip
to
cut it off, so you'd have to go back and actually watch the actual movie to see it. But
So my
they show
question is,
they show a city there.
my
don't
question is,
remember that.
okay, obviously she doesn't have a top on. She doesn't have like a little seashell bra like Little Mermaid. So her chi-chis are out. So that leads me to believe that her whole civilization has their chi-chis out. That could be good and bad, man. You got to go back and you're going to go back
Check
and live
out
with
the
her.
big brain on Brad.
You're going to go back and live with her and you're going to meet her parents, obviously. Is her mom's chi-chis going to be out? Like, I don't want to see that.
They can't look the same. I don't know. It'd probably be like, and then if it's in the underwater, they'd be flopping all around.
Yeah. But is there gravity down there like there is up here? Like, are they sagging as much as
It's
an
gotta be
old woman
water.
on lands?
Wouldn't
be
the
all water.
pressure of the water be pushing everything down?
Their chi-chis down? Yeah. Now, if they go to this lost city and is it like enclosed in like a dome, can they swim into it and then all of a sudden they've got legs again?
You're thinking like SpongeBob with
Yeah.
Sandy the squirrel.
Right.
And how,
Right. Exactly.
Interesting.
So a lot of questions. Like, do the young girls, like underage girls, like, do they?
Hey, slow down. So, hey, don't get into that.
Well, that's what I'm
Finish your thought,
saying.
finish
Like,
your thought.
do you wear like a seashell bra up until you're 18 and then you just let
Hey,
them go?
I don't want to talk about the underage mermaids. Underage squirrel mermaids. No.
I would hope there aren't a bunch of
Playing with your dinghy.
I'd hope there aren't a bunch of underage girls down there with no tops on. That would be.
Well,
he'd get in
so
trouble.
Even when the guy from the Coast Guard came to grab her, did you see that he kind of grabbed his arm right there on her breast?
Grabbed her tetas. Yeah.
Did he put his hands on you? Huh? What movie?
That's Money Talks, right? They put their hands on you.
Hands on you. Anyway,
Like
so all I could think about when he was biting the guy's leg was, oh my God, he's opening his mouth in the river, in the New York River.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Ew.
That's what I was telling Anita as I was finishing up before I came down here. I was like, that water is way too clean to be New York. And maybe that's clean water from New York in the 80s, but I'm sure the water in New
I think
York
it would have been worse then in the 80s.
Until Rudy Giuliani came and cleaned up Manhattan.
So he would have gotten strep for sure with that water going in his mouth.
Probably needs
And
a
then-
tetanus shot. Don't you think she needs a tetanus shot?
Do they have
Are there
mermaid
merma-
doctors?
Are there mermaid doctors? That was going to be my next question. Like,
Or
What kind of
men?
healthcare?
and would they know how to work on humans? Because like
Is
we
it a
have
single pair?
veterinarians here.
Is it a single payer system? Yeah, I don't know.
It's
That's
interesting.
A lot of questions. There should be a Splash 2 to see what happened to him. How did we not do Splash 2? Electric Boogaloo. I don't know.
Come on. And come on, we're just gonna leave Freddie. Freddie was the best part of the movie. I mean, like, what happened to I want to know his story. What happened to him?
Yeah.
Because the last time we saw him was when he was fishing on top of the tank, right?
Yeah.
And they basically
So-
said they were gonna arrest him. And so
Interesting.
So does he go to jail, get his life turned around? What comes of him?
he's like, that asshole brother of mine went and ran off with the hot blonde, and I'm stuck here in jail.
Yeah.
Although Freddie probably got the business now, if you think about it.
That's
If
true.
Alan goes and dives underwater and lives with the mermaid, who's
He
running the
wasn't
business?
great at running the business, though. He wasn't great at that.
True. That's true.
But I did like his speech to his brother saying, you're sitting here complaining, but some of us are never going to know love like you have. And he was, I don't know.
And you felt that.
Yeah, it felt me. It felt me right here in my heart.
Tug at your heart. Did tug at your heartstring?
It got me right here in my heart. No, that was just gas.
That was the nachos from earlier.
Yeah,
I think I would have liked it even better, the movie, had I seen it all in one sitting. But like I said, I watched it chopped up. I watched an hour here, or 40 minutes here, 20 minutes there. So it.
So good stuff.
The question is, do we do this again? And if so, what's the next homework?
What movie?
What do you guys think? Was this a win? I mean, I guess it'll.
I enjoyed it. I mean,
I think it was good.
I don't think anybody really cared to listen to our recap of a 1984 movie about a mermaid.
Splash. I don't know. Where would we go next? Would we stay in that
genre,
comedy genre? 80s
it's Halloween. We were making fun of movies that are not scary. Do we go with A Nightmare on Elm Street or
is Halloween
or the original Halloween movie?
I'm still kind of scared of those. The original Halloween I watched a couple years back. That's stupid too. I mean, we could watch that if you want. But
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not a big Halloween fan. I mean, a big scary movie fan.
That's fine. That's fine.
You know what? Thanksgiving's coming up. We should do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Although then we're still with John Candy, but that's a great movie.
I watched that recently. So
yeah, I think most people watch that on a regular basis. So
should we stick with John Candy? Should we stick with Tom Hanks? What are you guys thinking? We talked about Tom Hanks and John Candy last week.
Well, you know what?
I'm telling you,
go with Eugene Levy.
No, well, yeah, you guys
should
go do that. You know what? Jamie said he's never seen Uncle Buck.
I have not.
We can do that. I think I saw it once.
I see Uncle Buck like once a year, probably.
So I like the Uncle Buck idea. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna IMDb Eugene Levy real quick.
Have any of us seen Brewster's Million?
Well, I haven't seen Brewster's Million in a long time,
but I've definitely seen it.
But now we're moving into Richard Pryor, and John Candy's in that, right? Isn't he? He's the catcher.
That's why I mentioned.
Right.
Anyway,
Eugene Levy. I'm trying to look for an older. There was Armed and Dangerous.
We sticking with old stuff.
I think that's bad. Well, for now, maybe.
Okay.
What else was he in circa the 80s?
Who?
Looking for
Eugene Levy.
Isn't there a cop movie or something?
Armed and Dangerous with John Candy and Eugene Levy. That's what I think of when I think of John Candy and Eugene Levy. I didn't realize they were like a comedy team.
Duo.
Have you guys seen Waiting for Guffman, 1996?
No, but we definitely want to stick with 80s.
Yeah, if we want to stick with the 80s, then really Father of the Bride was 91. Armed and Dangerous was 86. I'm trying to think of what else. There's something called Club Paradise in 1986. We also have to make sure they're streaming, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Eugene Levy, he was in National Lampoons, but he just sold him the family truckster at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with Uncle Buck.
We can do Uncle Buck.
Bobby, you've seen it recently, though.
I see it like once a year. So, I mean, but I'm always up for Uncle Buck.
We can do Uncle Buck. I'm down for that.
Done. All right.
All right. Well, we're getting up on an hour, guys. I wanted to tell you about a story that happened to me, and I don't know if there's much to it, but it just blew my mind. And I don't want to drag it out, but so I got home the other day. I had ordered a few things off of Amazon, and they were coming. I ordered like 3 things, so they came like in 3 different days or whatever. But I pulled up to the house and saw a big Amazon box. I'm like, oh, my package came. So I pulled into the garage, came upstairs, opened the door, and this is what I saw. I got 2 pictures here. This is what I saw.
Can you guess who I saw? Oh, wow.
Yikes. Yowzers.
So what does that look like to you guys?
Somebody did that on purpose.
Right. That's the first thing that I thought of was somebody smeared. They put shit. He shit on my house, man. Somebody shit on my house. Like
he called the shit poop.
He called the shit poop. Somebody smeared shit on my Amazon package. And my first thought is like, what is wrong with the Amazon guy? Like, what did I do to him? So I pull up my Amazon app, and you know how they send the pictures, and obviously the picture doesn't have poop on it. The box is there with no poop on it. But I'm like, of course, the guy's not going to take the picture before he puts the poop on it. And I'm thinking, why does this guy put poop on my package? But
at this point, you're pretty content. You're pretty confident that it was the Amazon guy.
And
that was my first instinct.
Is it his poop?
Yeah,
or poop that he was carrying around all day.
It looked like dog poop. It was not human poop because there was some. I picked up enough dog poop over the last.
There was some
years
what? You sifted through it.
There was like some. It looked
Texture
like dog
issues.
poop. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my first thought immediately, but then it dawned on me when I first moved in here. It'll be 2 years in December that I've been here. I took my dog for a walk. We don't have sidewalks in this neighborhood, so I just kind of walk in the street. And I get to the corner. There's this woman. She's got like 5 wiener dogs in her yard. So annoying when we walk. They just all come running around the house and just yapping and loud and stuff. But anyways, I took my dog up and walked past her house, and she came out. You know, I saw her coming out towards me. So I thought, oh, this lady's going to introduce herself. I have a dog. She has dogs. And she comes up to me, and the first thing, is your dog the one that's been pooping in my yard? And I'm like, no, like I've got bags. Like I showed her like on my leash, I've got bags. I'm like, no, I pick up my dog's poop, which isn't entirely true. I pick up my dog's poop if she poops in somebody's yard. If she poops in the church field over there, I just leave it. But even though I did see kids like playing kickball in that area one day, but no, I pick up my dog's poop, you know? And so this lady came out, she's very accusatory. And so I, in turn, like said, kind of, you know, threw up the hand, like, all right, I'm not talking to you. I thought she was coming out to be nice, but I just kept moseying along, walking around the corner and past her house. I didn't stop to introduce myself. She just came at me asking me if that was my dog's poop. So I'm like, no, that's not my dog's poop. So walk my dog. Okay. That was when I first moved in, probably like a year ago. That same woman, same house, had a big, gigantic pink poster board on her fence. And in black marker, it said, if I catch whoever's putting this poop in my yard, I'm going to collect it all and put it on your doorstep. You know, and it's like, man, this lady's insane. Well, as I'm walking by the sign, it starts raining, and then all of her marker starts to run. And so it ruined her poster, which I loved. I thought it was hilarious.
Did she use dry erase probably?
I don't know. So it washed off. So she took her poster down or whatever. So I didn't think anything of it. That was a couple months ago. A couple weeks ago, I was walking my dog again in a different route, but past her house. I always have to pass her house. She's on the corner. And she was outside doing something. But I also have a neighbor with no legs. He's off in the corner. And he waved at me, so I waved at him. It's cool. He mows his lawn. He's got like a robot lawnmower. But anyway, I waved at him, walked around the block. So when I come back around, the woman with all the dogs is talking to the man with no legs. And they're having a little chat at the man with no legs' house. And the man with no legs it looked like he waved me over, like, come here. And I didn't have to, I don't want to talk to this lady. And so I had my headphones in. I had these headphones on actually. And I just kind of acted like I thought he was waving. So I waved back to him again and then just put my head down and went back to my house. So because I didn't want to talk to her. So as I get to my house, I'm going into my garage and I see the woman with the dogs on a moped. She's on a little moped and she comes down my street. Now my street's a dead end. So there's no business for her to be down here other than to find out where I live, to find out which house is mine. Like she's passing by as I'm walking in my garage. There's nothing down there for her. Like I said, it's a cul-de-sac. It's a dead end. So now I'm starting to think, had to be her. Now, most everyone in America has a Ring doorbell. I do not have one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be purchased and I'm going to hook one up. But yeah, it kind of feels good to know that I'm like an enemy in the neighborhood to someone. You know, I'm someone's enemy. Apparently. I'm the ops. Yeah, yeah. And so my first thought was, well, I'm gonna take some chocolate and put it in her yard so her dogs will eat it and they'll die.
Jesus.
But that was a little too dark. I think we go that far.
A few steps there. I'm thinking that escalated quickly.
Right. Because everybody I talked to, the kids, Kim, everybody's like, "Oh, if I were, I don't know how you would sit there and take that. You need to get your, Lilo's poop and throw it." No, I'm not going to start a big poop war here, but
you're almost 50 years old. What the hell?
Right, right. But the first thought was kill their dogs, and then I didn't take that too seriously.
No poop war, but dog murder.
Right. Well, maybe something. What can dogs eat that'll just make them sick? You know, like maybe throw some grapes in her yard. Aren't dogs
nothing, man? Like I've always wondered, like a dog can't eat chocolate, but they can eat their own poop. Like I whatever.
Yeah,
dogs are strange animals.
Weird. So anyway, yeah, I'm the ops here in the neighborhood. I did talk to my neighbor and said, hey, because this was pure daylight. Like I left to go pick up, to go to the store or whatever the hell I was doing that day. And
maybe if you had gone over to that guy's house when he was waving you over, even though the lady was there, you could have explained to them both, because they're probably trying to get at, the bottom of who's the serial.
But I've told her already, my dog doesn't poop in your yard. In fact, ever since that initial encounter when I first moved in, I don't even walk on her side of the street because I don't want anybody. Nope, my dog's over here. We don't even go to your yard at all. So I try to make it but honestly, so here it is. I just took a stick, knocked that poop off the box.
Yeah.
Then I cut. Yeah. Well, then I cut the box off I got my items out of the box.
Right.
And then I broke the box down and put it right in my recycle bin outside. And then my hose is right on the other side of this box. I just hosed it off and we were good. Like it literally took me 3 minutes. Hose down my front steps and it wasn't a big deal. I'm
afraid to do anything because everything is on camera these days.
Well,
right.
How does she know that you didn't have a doorbell? Ring doorbell?
I just got cameras. I just got cameras put in the other day.
Camera of some sort.
Doorbell camera.
Yeah. That's the thing. I could have had one on the corner of my house, but you could tell I don't have a Ring doorbell. But does the neighbor across the street have one? Although they're kind of crazy. There's a lady that sits out there all day and night and talks to herself, and she walks up and down the street. In fact, I think she works at Kohl's or Ross. Like
that tracks.
She's bananas. But I was thinking about going to ask her, hey, did you see anything? But no. So I went to my neighbor and just kind of made them aware. Hey, if you see her down this way, he's like, yeah, I was at work. And he's like, I'll ask my wife if she saw anything, but I'm assuming she didn't. But yeah, broad daylight, the balls on this woman. So,
well, and yeah, I'm assuming she brought it in a bag and then just emptied the bag on your.
I think so, because I think I found a poop bag like blowing from my yard to the neighbors, like it was blowing around the neighborhood, like it was that day. Because I had just mowed earlier before I left. I don't know. Maybe she's a fecophiliac and she just loved Mookie Stinks. Like she loves playing in it, and I don't know. But she smeared that. She physically smeared it. So
if I find poop in my yard, I just kick it like onto the sidewalk because I figure whoever did it is walking their dog, and so they have to walk around it, and they know that I've seen it, and now they have to walk by it. I'm going to leave it in my grass to kill my grass.
Does poop kill your grass, or is it the pee that kills the grass? I think poop helps the grass, doesn't it?
It's fertilizer.
No, fertilizer. Not like horse manure is fertilizer, or cow manure is one of them.
I think any poop. Like if I could poop, I could poop out there.
Dude, I got a lot of tables.
By the way, I don't have a clip of the week.
Put the prize in the bag. What?
Wait. What was that?
Put the fries in the bag. Move on.
That's
what the kids say these days.
Oh.
Yeah.
6'7". Whatever. Put the fries in the bag. I've never heard that. Macy says, "Clock it, clock it." That's what the kids in her blue.
What's that mean?
Clock it. Like that was good. I approve. Like that was good. I think. Like, yeah, what she said. Yeah, clock it.
In.
And they do this, whatever that. I don't know. Clock it.
Like,
I don't know.
Like,
nope.
oh,
turn it
so
around. Turn it around. Over. Yeah.
Sorry.
Cochinado.
Clock it.
Okay.
So,
all right. Hey, whatever. Where is our waiter?
All right. On that note.
Yeah, let's do you guys have a quit acting stupid? I guess the lady putting the dog shit on my steps could be our quit acting stupid award.
That would be a good choice. Yeah.
What about this guy though? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go.
Oh, here's clip of the week.
What about this guy? Clip of the week.
Let's go, Tigers! Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that Uncle Larry?
I think it was.
That was Uncle. I think that was. No, hey. When I see stuff like that, I'm so proud to be Mexican. Like that's. I want to learn that whistle though. I can't do it. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can I do a bonus clip of the week? I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I thought it was hilarious. It's really, really short.
That's what she
give
said.
Me a sec. Can you see? Here we go.
I'll see them and get your thoughts on the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
That is good stuff.
Hey, I was real close to feeling that same way come Saturday night. I was watching that Mizzou Auburn game, and I was like, this team.
I don't know. For some reason, that guy reminded me of Manny. Like just his maybe it's his voice and that he was skinny, but he's just like, I hate the team.
The voice and being skinny and
who did it remind you of?
Manny.
Yeah,
because he's skinny and his voice.
Play it again.
He was giving Manny. He's giving Manny.
I got it.
Oh, you got out of it?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, that was it.
Definitely giving Manny. Hold on. Let me go through my phone, things that I sent you guys. Have you guys seen these Bob Barker? Have you guys seen these Bob Barker like AI videos?
Yeah, I saw one in a wheelchair or something.
He did one with Elvis. What's the one I just saw? Then there's one with just him and like contestants when hold on. Oh God, I can't do it. It's playing in my headphones. No, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, there's all these there's Bob Barker ones, but I'm seeing the Mr. Rogers with Tupac. I've seen him with Prince. I've seen him with Elvis.
I think I've seen those. I don't know.
Reminds me of never mind.
Why?
Huh. All right. Well, ready to put the fries in the bag?
Wait, hold on. What about the Dodgers fan, the Dodgers Karen, or not the Dodgers, the Brewers Karen?
Yes.
What did she say? Apparently, she said something very racist. I think
she's going to call ICE. There's a Hispanic Dodgers fan, which I will say, and I'm never going to stick up for this Karen ever. That Dodgers fan was pretty annoying. I mean, your team's getting smoked. You're about to get swept. And this Dodgers fan he's like, why is everybody sad? Like, it reminded me of when we went to the Royals-Yankees game and there were Yankees fans there and the Royals lost. It was their last game of the season, knocked them out of the playoffs. And just looking at Yankees fans, like, I'd go nuts if a Yankees fan was like in my face about it. Yeah. And that's what this Dodgers fan was doing. But then the woman said, I'm going to call ICE on you or something like that. And he's a military vet and stuff like that. And she's now lost her job.
I know that much.
The Phillies Karen that we talked about a couple weeks ago that stole the ball from the girl.
She lost her job.
She lost her job. She's got a lawyer now, and she's
Suing.
trying to sue.
Yeah, Major League Baseball, I think, or something, because
right.
she went viral. She went viral without her permission, or something like that.
Right. I wonder if she has a case. You're a lawyer. Does she have a case?
Dude, that is not the type of law I do. I don't do any sort of adversarial stuff.
You're a boring lawyer.
You do the easy stuff.
I would have to say she probably doesn't have a case, but
I hope not. The other thing, did you guys see after Trump said that he's not going to make any adjustments to the White House, the ballroom is going to, and now he's like knocked down the East Wing. Like, doesn't it make your skin just, I'm looking at the video of it. I can't even watch it. He's like destroying the White House.
Yeah.
But talking about a fecophiliac, did you guys see, his response to all the
Yes. Now the first
made me off, but I mean his response to all the marches over the weekend, the No Kings rallies throughout the country, was to do an AI video of him in a jet, and apparently he's going to drop caca all over.
Caca is a great word, first of all.
Caca is a great word.
In this AI video, the person that the caca hits first, that's a real person. Like he has his own, he put out a TikTok. Yeah. He's a podcaster that's like I don't know if he's left wing or whatever, but yeah. And so now I don't know, just that's your freaking president. That's who people voted for. He's creating videos. Did you see? I did see today that Kenny Loggins is suing him for using his song in that video.
Oh, I didn't see. I've seen the video, but I didn't hear the audio. It's the Danger Zone.
Oh yeah, Danger Zone. Highway to Danger Zone. And so Kenny Loggins is suing like 400 million, or was it 40 million? I don't know. 440 million.
Add a zero. Who cares?
Yeah. Real quick before we put the fries in the bag, because we're at an hour and 11. I saw a bunch of good things this week.
Let's go.
I saw. Why am I drawing a blank now? No, the main one I want to get to. I went to the movies today to see. It's a movie called Good Fortune. Starred in by Aziz Ansari, and it's got Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen in it. And basically, Keanu Reeves is like a guardian angel, but he's assigned to like protecting people while they text and drive. So like he just sits in a car and he touches them on the shoulder, and then they look up and they. So, anyways, that's his role, and he wants a bigger role. And it was just, I haven't laughed in a movie because I went by myself. It was 11:45 today. And I audibly laughed out loud a couple times in the movie. And I don't normally do that. I can think something's funny and just kind of chuckle inside.
Yeah.
I laughed out loud to this.
There aren't any movies anymore. I swear to you, there aren't any movies anymore these days that make me laugh out loud. That make me
now it's not super bad, and I'm not like, holding my stomach like laughing, but I did like laugh out loud a couple times. It was a good movie. It was really good. So go see Good Fortune. What else did I see? I guess that's it.
Nobody wants this, he said.
Nobody wants this. You had mentioned it like a long time ago on this podcast. I started episode 1 and it was fantastic. I can't wait to get upstairs and watch episode 2. And also the Montreal Expos documentary dropped today. So
is it called Who Killed the Montreal Expos?
Who Killed the Montreal Expos? And for big nerds out there like me, there's also on Peacock, there's a documentary on one of the writers from SNL. He did what was his name? I can't remember his name. Tom? I don't know. Whatever. He was the guy in Billy Madison. Remember when Billy Madison gives that long answer and he says, we're all now stupider. Yeah. That's a writer from like the beginning of Saturday Night Live. And he wrote all the way till probably a few years ago. And they have a whole documentary on him and the sketches he wrote. And yeah, so that's on Peacock. But anyway.
I saw the John Candy documentary called I Like Me. Yep. Really good. Think? Really, yeah. It was excellent. I didn't realize his father died when he was 5, and they didn't talk about it. So he developed this crippling anxiety his whole life, and yeah.
Did you know he was an owner of the Toronto Argonauts?
I didn't know that. Yeah,
I didn't know that. A part owner of the Toronto Argonauts. No clue.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there that I didn't know. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. That's it for me, I think, that I can think of now. So if you want to put the fries in the bag, as they say.
All right. We will quote unquote put the fries in the bag. Appreciate you joining us this week. If you've watched all the way to an hour 14, we appreciate you. Next week, get prepared for some deep dive into Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on all the socials. I don't know why you would be following us, but if you do, we would love to have you. Until next time, I'm going to say for my brothers Jamie and Rudy, and this is Bobby D saying, quit acting stupid.
Not to get into too much troubles, okay?